Okay, very good morning to the assessors and to the participants today. My name is Satish. I'm a boring mechanical engineer. As you can see from the title, the first one was very intriguing, the second one was on Kalinology, and I have a very boring title which is entitled Multiple Learning Pathways to Enhance the Program Learning Outcome Attainments of Engineering Graduates. So it's very long, and hopefully my presentation won't be that long. Yeah? So again, I'm Satish. I'm here today with my team of engineers. We're all mechanical engineers, and we are representing the School of Engineering at Taylor's University. Okay? Okay, we are sharing the initiatives within our mechanical engineering program at Taylor's University. So a brief synopsis and a philosophy of the program. Our first intake was at the end of 2009, in September 2009, and our purpose was specifically to maximize students' potential as young engineers through multiple learning pathways. Now, what are the multiple learning pathways? The multiple learning pathways relate to our innovation. So if you look at the third box on the right-hand side, we had multiple innovations through these learning pathways. The first one, in 2009 itself, we became the first project-based learning school within Malaysia. And what that means is, PJBL, what that means is our students have to design and build an engineering system at least once a semester. The next innovation came in 2010, where we were the first engineering school in Asia to be part of something called the CDIO initiative. And CDIO stands for Conceive, Design, Implement, and Operate. It's a framework of how engineers design and build an engineering system. In 2015, we became the first engineering school outside of America to have a recognized Grand Challenge Scholars Program, or GCSP. And in 2018, we started our industry immersion program called Euphoria. We now package these learning pathways or this innovation as Engineering Plus. And we call it Engineering Plus because any student that comes to us enrolls as a mechanical engineering student doesn't just leave with an engineering degree. They can leave with the plus without paying us more, even though we are a private university. So I'll share a bit more of the framework of the multiple learning pathways. Okay, so a diagram to summarize the learning pathways. So right in the middle is Engineering Plus. It's what we are known for. And Engineering Plus consists of 4 learning pathways. So let me direct your attention to the first one, which we call the Grand Challenge Scholars Program. Now, in the late 21st century, the National Academy of Engineering in the US of A listed 14 grand challenges. Example, making solar energy economical is a grand challenge. Providing access to clean water is a grand challenge. And the Academy basically said any engineering school that's willing to review its curriculum and produce graduates that can address the grand challenges will receive certification from the Academy itself. The Academy is a prestigious engineering academy. It's equivalent to the Royal Academy of Engineering in the UK and our Academy Science. Yeah? So we were very fortunate. We did a lot of hard work. We were the first school outside of America to gain this recognition. Would anybody like to guess what was the second school? It was NUS. So I tell my students, if you want to get this certification, you come to us or you go to NUS. Okay? The second, third, and fourth pathways are essentially under Euphoria. And Euphoria is misspelled specifically for a reason, because Euphoria stands for Engineering Undergraduates for Industrial Adoption. And it's an industry immersion program where our students get adopted by our industry partners for their 4-year undergraduate journey. And every year, they design and build an engineering system for the company. So a real-life engineering challenge, they address it. We have Euphoria Type R, that's not racing, that stands for research. So our students can also participate in high-impact research projects. And we have Euphoria Extreme. And Euphoria Extreme is where they have to participate in a 6-month internship, but still graduate in 4 years. And really, throughout 4 learning pathways, because we're a project-based school, the concept of CDIO always applies in all 4 learning pathways. The students conceive, design, implement, and operate an engineering system. So since the inception in 2009 to date, in terms of an impact, the undergraduates have secured 60,000 ringgit worth of cash awards. There are 400 peer-reviewed conference papers, out of which 70 were indexed research publications. Our employment rate hovers between 85 to 95%. Current employment rate based on Tracer's study is 88%. My students have produced over 2,000 engineering projects. And these projects are showcased in what we call an engineering fair, twice a year, where academics and industry assess our student projects. I'll show you some pictures later. And currently, all of the projects that we have in the school, 80% of them are done with industry. So essentially, this is really the key feature of the mechanical engineering program. Okay, in terms of the approach, so we adopt the outcome-based education model, and what you're looking at on your left-hand side is our constructive alignment approach. And this is where we essentially develop our program educational objectives, and that feeds into our program outcomes, and that feeds into our course learning outcomes. Each loop is its relevant continual quality improvement loop. So we adopt the outcome-based education model specifically to measure learning outcome attainment of our students so that we can improve based on that data. So the graph that you're seeing on the right-hand side is an example of data that our algorithm can produce. It's specifically learning outcome data of a student. And we can actually use this data to further improve the program. Okay? So the next question is, I'm sorry, this is a bit small, but I'll read what I want to get at. How does the Grand Challenge Scholars Program, how does Euphoria, how does CDIO, how does this feed actually into the learning? How does this actually feed into the program? So what you're looking at in terms of this matrix, up at the top are our program educational objectives, or PEOs. And down here, you have our program outcomes. So you can see the 3 PEOs that we have are mapped to the 12 PLOs. And the key here is our PEOs itself specify the grand challenges, specify CDIO, and specify engineering practice. So I'll read it for you. So for example, PEO 2, our graduates should be able to conceive, design, implement, and operate engineering systems, processes, and products that consider functionality, safety, and effectiveness to address the 14 grand challenges. So the moment it's at the PEOs, it falls through the PLOs and hence the curriculum. Okay? Okay, in terms of impact, so we're focused around the mechanical engineering program. Our students to date have participated in over 20 engineering fairs. And here you can see some pictures of our students presenting their projects. And we've got also international awards, which is the gold medal that was won in Japan last year by a group of our students at a CDIO competition. The one we are most proud of is our racing team. We are known for having our Taylor's racing team. Now, this racing team emerged because of the project-based nature and the CDIO platform that we created for them. Our chief engineer of this particular racing team at that time was Farah, and she was a mechanical engineering lady, and we are very proud of that. Okay? And we have a world ranking. We are ranked 397 out of 600 plus teams, and we are better than Cambridge, we are better than UCL, we are better than University of Tokyo, we are better than my alumna as well, and we're also better than UPM, since I know nobody from UPM is here. So that had to do with our project-based impact. In terms of our Grand Challenge Scholars Program, our Grand Challenge Scholars actually participated in international conferences, international events, and they're able to participate with other Grand Challenge schools across the globe. The key thing about the Grand Challenge Scholars Program is our students are the only Malaysians that will receive certification from the National Academy of Engineering. And that's in the folder behind the purple color piece of paper. You'll see the letter personalized by the president of the academy and the certification provided by the academy as well. Our students were also showcased on the website of the National Academy. So here you have Chijit, who was showcased on the website of the academy. And they also do a lot of service-minded activity work that was featured in newspapers, and they were also interviewed by NTV7. And this is one of our graduates, one of our Grand Challenge Scholar graduates, Melanie. The reason I put it up here is because a Japanese multinational corporation made her a job offer. She declined it. They counter-offered her with another job offer. She declined it again. The HR manager asked her, "What job do you want from us?" She said, "I want a job that's going to take me around the world in 6 months working in different functions." The MNC created the position for her. And really, it's because of what she was able to do within the Grand Challenge Scholars Program. Okay, go back first. This is my last slide. I have a video by the gentleman that's talking to Barack Obama in the picture. He is the president of the National Academy. And he was so impressed with what we have done, becoming the first school outside of US, he personalized a message for the first batch of graduates. And it's just 1 minute. I'd like you all to listen to it. Thank you. You go back.
I come to offer congratulations to the 2016 graduating class of Taylor University and a special salute to the first Grand Challenge Scholars Program students who are graduating today. This is a milestone, a crossing of a threshold for you and your parents that makes everyone justifiably proud. You Scholars Program students are the first program graduates from outside the United States and are rightfully pioneers of this program. I am moved by your dedication to your education and achieving success. Congratulations and best wishes to this year's graduates. I expect to hear much more from you and about you in the years ahead. Well done.
Okay, and that's my last slide. Thank you very much. Just before, sorry, yes, you can clap. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said thank you. I'd just like to just share what was given to the assessors. The book that you're holding, the red color book, was an invitation from Springer Nature for us to write about the innovation, the Grand Challenge Scholars Program. Please feel free to take it. It's a copy for yourselves. And the folder, really the most impactful bit in the folder is the certificate from the National Academy. So thank you.
Okay, thank you for your presentation. Very astounding. Basically, the basic part of developing a program is very detailed. Yes, very detailed, I think, because of your EAC requirement. This is done 2009, and I suppose it has been done the curriculum review for first time, and you have going to for your second time, maybe. So what are the innovative part in your second round of your program that you're offering?
What we attempt to do in terms of the innovations, really we are looking at adding different learning pathways. So at the very beginning, it was about the project-based and the CDIO. And then the improvement occurred after that to get certification from the National Academy. The last innovation happened last year in 2018, which was the industry immersion program. So we are probably due for another innovation very soon. And what we are working on doing is we'd like, or the dream is, for our engineering students in year 4 to be learning in industry itself and not for them to be studying in the classroom. So we are working on doing that at the moment. We are doing that through the Euphoria program with our existing partners as well.
So that's your bridging part in
Yes.
connecting. Okay,
Yes.
Can you just fall back to the program mapping? It seems, before that. It seems that your 12 LOs Right, 12, right? 1, 2,
Yes,
3,
12.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's slightly similar.
Right,
So how do you table out
right.
all the 12 LO into your program? And I suppose your psychomotor should be higher in your engineering LO.
Okay. So I guess, well, our psychomotor for this particular degree, 70% is focused on the cognitive, 20% on psychomotor, 10 on affective. The way we have, if I understand the question correctly, I apologize if I didn't, but the 12 program outcomes are built similarly in the way of the knowledge profile, the 70, 20, 10. So 70% of the program outcomes cover the cognitive aspect, while 20% cover the psychomotor aspect and 10% cover the affective aspect. So for example, PO4, if I remember correctly, has to do specifically with lab experiments. So it's a psychomotor-based PO.
Why is it your, yeah, I know it's engineering mostly is on psychomotor. We actually wanted to create very harmonized engineers, especially when we go for racing. Why is that so little of your affective domains there?
I don't know the answer to that question because it's a regulatory requirement that the Washington Accord has set. But I think what's important is the engineering schools recognize that the affective component is very important.
Is your graduate happy or not?
Oh, they are happy, yes. Yes, they are. They are happy. And they are happy because they describe their life at Taylor's University like this. We treat them like a rubber band, and we pull them until they break. We stretch them until they are about to break. So when they go to work, they're actually relaxed. So you have our graduates coming back and saying to us, now I know why you've stressed us out that much. And if you ask my students what's the best thing and worst thing about being in the school, the best thing is the projects, the worst thing is the projects because of the deadlines. Because they have to design and build an engineering system in one semester. That racing car was done in one semester, the first version.
What makes you better than NUS?
We were the first one that had the accreditation from the National Academy of Engineering. Yeah, and actually, let me rephrase that. The most important thing is this: if Taylor's University can do it, anybody can do it. Because it's Taylor's. If it's any university, because if it's NUS, people will say, it's NUS, ma.
Is this promotion?
No. By no means. But I'm just trying to say it's, if we were able to do it with our limited resources, we're a private university. Yeah.
So actually, I'm still looking for the graph. You can see that you have basically 12 PO. Of course, the PO1 is talking about the knowledge. After that, maybe I don't know, maybe 12 are talking about the entrepreneur. So I can see that this is something like the balance. What is your main focus in your program?
So
Normally, before that, normally in engineering, we can see that the knowledge and the practical should be high. After that, the knowledge, after that, you talk, maybe entrepreneur and other thing may be low. But I can see your how you map this one. You can see the graph is something like this,
Right.
So after that, of course, we need to want the harmonized engineer, That's why we put the ethic, After that, the ethic covered by maybe 4 or 5 subjects only, but should be low. So I can understand how you map this one.
Sure.
Can you explain?
Okay, I understand. What we do is we adopt a culminating module practice. So in year 1, for example, year 1 is pretty generic. All of our disciplines sit together in most of the subjects. They go on to years 2 and year 3. So years 2 and year 3 is the acquisition of the knowledge. Year 4 is the application of the knowledge. So it happens with the capstone project and the final year project. So what we do is this PLO numbers or this PLO data are taken from the year 3 and the year 4 subjects. So I'll give you an example. The capstone project will map to almost all 12 PLOs, which means there are assessments for affective, there are assessments for psychomotor, and there are assessments for cognitive. So that's how we get the balance. So we don't actually measure across all 4 years. We only focus on key culminating subjects.
So based on this graph, how can you say that you can come up with the harmonized engineer? That's may balance all the soft skill and the knowledge and other skill. There.
Okay, I think looking at the graph, you've actually given a very good answer already. How the PLOs on the left focus on the cognitive and psychomotor, and the PLOs on the right are more focused on the affective. So if someone were just to look at it, you will see that there is a balance across both ends of the graph. So I don't know if that answered the question.
Okay, final questions. I saw your euphoria. There's many, type R, extreme, right? The one that is, these are all related to industry immersion in a way? Or?
Except type R, because it's research-based, so it happens at the university.
So the one that industry immersion
is Euphoria and Euphoria Extreme.
Okay. Are students, all students undergo this, or they can choose one, or how?
Great question. So the students enroll as a mechanical engineering student, and they will graduate with a Taylor's mechanical engineering degree. It is up to them whether they want to enroll into pathway for the Grand Challenges or Euphoria. So they choose. There's no entry requirement to get into any of these programs. There's an interview selection process, and they are mentored by people within the faculty throughout their 4 years.
Out of these four, the one that has the most employment rate, is there any particular?
So far, the Grand Challenge Scholar Program students have no issues in securing the jobs that they want.
The one that has industry immersion,
Yep.
does the company, because the company commits
Yes.
4 years
Yes.
as in mentoring these
Yes.
students, right?
Yes.
And at the end of the day, are they absorbing these talents, or are they?
So the
is it
issue with
open
that is
market?
our students don't want to work for that company in the
Okay.
end for whatever reason.
not-
So they end
it's-
up looking for a better
So
opportunity.
employment is not an issue.
Yes, no.
All right. Okay.
no.
Thanks.
Thank you. Well, this year, latest tracer study is 88%. 2 years ago was, I think it was 86, 83, 88, from what I can remember from the application form.
How about the enrollment?
Enrollment not for mechanical engineering is the highest within the engineering school. It normally hovers between 60 to 70 students per semester.
Compared with the last year?
We've kind of averaged, tapered off. I mean, engineering, we are seeing throughout the nation a bit of an issue with students that want to do engineering, but we normally hover around 60 to 70 per semester. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you.